and goal from the 1. Touchdown.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you give this video a thumbs up, or maybe leave a comment below, or possibly share the video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to watch this video. Thank you. Got a little bit of news here for you on some of the brighter side of life. I know it's hard to find some positive news the way the Giants have been playing, but Andrew Thomas, you realize he ranks 4th, okay, in pressure rate allowed. 4th, okay. Pressure rate allowed is 2.5%. Okay, what they did for this specific rating, they took out like run pass options, they took out like screen plays, they took out like play action passes. Basically, all it was just like, you know, anytime there was a straight up pass situation and it was a pass play, it was just, you know, that's what they graded this on. And he's how far he's had 134 pass plays. Okay, he's given up just 5 pressures all year and no sacks. A lot different than last year. Some of these guys maybe you've heard of. These are some of the guys he's faced. Okay, he's faced Malik Reed. So this guy, how about Von Miller? Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Heard some of those guys. Now, like when Von Miller got his sack, it wasn't from Andrew. He came from the other side. Okay, so Andrew Thomas is holding down the fort over there. It looks like he's going to be the left tackle of the future for us. I mean, I don't know, what, 10 years we've been looking for a left tackle? Looks like we might finally have found ourselves a left tackle. Wow. Yes. Very happy for him. You know. Plus also, I'm happy for like Gettleman, for us fans, the Giants organization, all of that. Because, you know, I mean, there's so much you can pick on with the Giants, how bad we've been playing, but you know, the way Andrew Thomas was playing last year, nothing but negativity going his way. But, you know, things are starting to turn around. Maybe Rob Sale, you know, got some credit going his way, possibly, you know, because Andrew Thomas playing a lot better this year than he did last year, although last year he was hurt. Okay. But Andrew Thomas is playing better and better, and hopefully, if he can stay healthy, hopefully he'll only get better and better. And he's only 22 years old. It looks like we might finally have ourselves a left tackle. Thank you. And so we might have the left tackle side locked up for a while. Now, if we can only get ourselves a right tackle. And speaking of right tackles, okay, the Giants have tried out, okay, yesterday. Now, I haven't heard anything at all, but Isaiah Wilson, okay. He was a former Georgia Bulldog, so is Andrew Thomas, all right? He was a former 2020 first-round pick, so was Andrew Thomas. He was a former tackle for the Georgia Bulldogs, so was Andrew Thomas, all right? He was picked number 29 in the first round in the 2020 draft for the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, Andrew Thomas, we know, is picked number 4, but, you know, basically what it was Isaiah Wilson was on the right tackle, and Andrew Thomas was the left tackle. And both those guys, you know, the teams they play against are good, okay? It's not like, you know, they're playing a bunch of ragtag teams, Georgia, all right? They're playing some good quality competition, all right? And, you know, but both those tackles got drafted in the first round, all right? Now, we tried out. You know, so I haven't heard anything. I heard, you know, just yesterday they brought him in and tried him out. Okay, I'm just giving you some good news. There's a little caveat to this, which I'll go over in a minute. But they brought him in. Haven't heard nothing yet. Anyway, you know what I mean. But at least they brought him in. They're trying him out anyway. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, both these guys went in the first round of the 2020 draft. Now, Isaiah Wilson, he only played last year, okay, he only played 3 snaps. Okay, there's more to that. I'm going to go over that in a minute. All right, but he's only 22 years old. So is Andrew Thomas. The guy is 6'7", 340 pounds. Now, what I was reading is that he seems to be best suited to the right side, where he played in college, which is fine because we got our left tackle. We don't need a left tackle. We need a right tackle. Okay? In 2018 for Georgia, okay, he graded out at a 76.1. He only played 2 years of college. That's all. 2019, his last year, he graded out at an 80.4. Okay? His pass blocking grade was an 84.6. His run blocking grade was a 73.4. Okay? Everything that I read on him is that, he has some deficiencies, but apparently what I was reading is that there's nothing that, he's got a ceiling to him, a high ceiling. Is that the problems he has is that it's nothing that can't be taught to him. Okay? I mean, he's 6'7". He is tall. He's 340 pounds. He is a huge human being. Okay? There's no substitute for that. But, any deficiencies he has, apparently he can be taught. And if you have somebody like maybe a Rob Sale to teach him the ropes, maybe, just maybe, now, once again, Andrew Thomas, okay, he's only 22, all right? He played the 2 years that Isaiah Wilson played, but he also played 2017. Okay, he was there 1 year earlier. 2017, Andrew Thomas was a 68.4 at Georgia. 2018, he was an 80.5. 2019, his last year, Andrew Thomas was a 92.7. Pass blocking grade was an 89. His run blocking grade was a 91.7. He graded out 92.7 in 2019. So in 2019, Georgia Bulldogs had their right tackle graded out at an 80.4 and their left tackle graded out at an 92.7. So they had two good tackles. And now both those tackles, well, one of them's on the Giants and the other one got brought in for a tryout. But let me read you this story here, okay, because there's a little something to it. Okay, so this is Isaiah Wilson. Wilson missed much of the training camp in the 2020 season on the reserve COVID-19 list. He was arrested for DUI in September 2020. Went back on the reserve COVID-19 list until October 10th, 2020. Was suspended for a game for violation of team rules in December and was shortly thereafter put on the reserve NFI or non-football injury list for the rest of the season. In all, after a few plays, he only played three plays all year. After a few plays in a November game against the Indianapolis Colts, Wilson played one game for Tennessee. After that, Wilson was arrested on January 7, 2021 after a high-speed chase in Georgia and wrote on a since-deleted post on Twitter that he was done as a Tennessee Titan in February. The Titans obliged, sending Wilson and a 7th-round pick to Miami for a 7th-round pick in March, some 11 months after they drafted him. So they drafted him first round, number 29 overall. And after 1 year, 3 plays in 1 year, they traded him to Miami. Him and a 7th rounder to Miami. And what they got back in return, I guess, was a better 7th round pick than the one they had. First round pick, and he just basically, after 3 plays, they just gave the guy away. I guess after all this garbage he put him through, I guess that's understandable. But then he took to social media, and somehow he asked for a second chance. I don't know if the Giants are just that desperate, because usually this is like a Joe Judge kind of thing where we're not bringing in guys who get arrested for DUI and miss this and get arrested and all that stuff, and it was suspended for violation. That doesn't sound like a Joe Judge kind of guy. That doesn't sound like a guy that wants to be brought in. I don't know. Maybe they're really desperate. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. I think he was also brought in for a training with Wilson, who was still only 22. Reportedly also had a recent workout with the Indianapolis Colts. Okay? So if the Colts brought him in and the Colts let him go, who the hell knows? As I said, all I saw that they brought him in for a workout, so I'll have to wait and see, and see if I hear anything. If they sign him, that'd be great, because if they can sign him, if they can get the guy's head straight and they can get them going once again, man. We could have 2 wonderful tackles there. That would be 2 Georgia Bulldogs would be absolutely fantastic. Also, one of the things is I was reading was Ben Bredesen. He can miss some time, okay, because he had a hand injury. Maybe that's why he graded out so bad against the Atlanta Falcons. Maybe he had a bad hand injury, and he graded out like a 31 or something. He had a horrible, horrible game. So maybe that's why. So apparently it looks like we can put Ben Bredesen on the list. Maybe not a season-ending injury, but it looks like he'll be missing some time. Unbelievable. It's like you play a game and then there's one of your offensive linemen are gone. The Giants just can't catch a break. They're catching breaks. They can't catch a good break. Every break they're catching is a bad break. Wouldn't it be nice just one time just to catch a good break? Wouldn't it be just so nice? So anyway, so the Giants signed, Wes Martin, okay, off of the Washington football team practice squad. They signed him, okay, because basically, they're looking for bodies. I mean, every game goes by, the Giants lose another offensive lineman, so they signed him. Wes Martin is 25 years old, okay. He's 6'3", 310 pounds. He's from Indiana, which is a powerhouse, but the teams he was playing against, I mean, like Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State, he's playing up against some good schools, okay? In college, he had some pretty darn good grades, right? In college, he played left guard the whole time, okay? He played in 48 games in college, right? 2015, his first year in college, he graded out an 82.8. 2016, his second year, okay, he graded out at a 74. 2017, his third year, he graded out 65.8. Not too spectacular, but his senior season, 2018, he graded out at 76.7. His pass blocking grade was an 83.6. So his pass blocking grade the whole time in Indiana was pretty good. He had over 80 3 out of the 4 years. So, I mean, in college, he was pretty good. Then he came to the pros and things got a little bit different. He had the 2 years with the Washington football team. 2019, okay, what I was reading online, somebody said sort of like he played in all 16 games last year. I looked at Pro Football Focus. They only had him playing in 9 games, so I can't say exactly for sure, but he played a bunch of games last year. But in 2019, all right, he was the right guard, okay. He played in 5 games. He graded out at 51.7, okay. Last year, he played left guard, left tackle, and right guard, okay. So maybe that's why he graded out at a 44.8, because he was playing kind of out of his position a little bit, So maybe that's why his grade went down. But he was on their practice squad, so we're looking, because Bredesen's gone. Interior guy, well, Bredesen's not gone, but Bredesen apparently might miss some time. So, Shane Lemieux's gone. He's interior, right? Nick Gates, interior. He's gone. Ben Bredesen, interior. He might miss some time with the hand. So, we're just, unfortunately, 3 games into the season, we're just looking for warm bodies to come in there and put on the field. It's absolutely unbelievable. But, so we're going to, Wes Martin, he was pretty good in college, okay? Maybe Rob Sale can, get him up to speed, and we'll have to wait and see. I have to keep an eye on, see if he winds up playing. I also have to keep an eye on Matt Parrott, see if they get him in there. I mean, he's in a doghouse, or what the heck happened? I mean, he didn't have a lot. I think he had 150 snaps last year, and he graded out not too bad last year. So I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, Nate Solder is almost sometimes like a revolving door out there. I mean, the one fumble that Daniel Jones had, that was from Nate Solder. The guy walked right past him. Matt Parrott can't do any better than that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Then I saw there's this guy, Mike Clay. Okay, this is very subjective. Right, he's an NFL analyst at ESPN. Right, he came out with his own list. All right. The easiest and hardest schedules, the final 14 games of the season or 15 weeks of the season. Who has the easiest schedule? Who has the hardest schedule? I'll leave a link to the article so you can check it out if you want, look and see and all everything. But he has the Giants having the hardest schedule the rest of the season. He's got Buffalo he's got the easiest. Right, Miami's the second easiest. Tampa Bay's the third easiest. But the Giants are number 32. And kind of funny, Washington football team, they're number 31. So the Giants and the Washington football team have the two hardest schedules going forward. All right, now we got Philadelphia is the 13th hardest, so they got somewhat of an easy schedule coming up. And of course, the Cowboys, who seem to be the best team in the NFC East, they have the 8th hardest, I guess it would be, or the 8th easiest. I mean, they got an easy schedule coming up. So I said, this is very subjective, okay? But it's kind of, you look at the next 7 games the Giants got. I mean, if we can win 2 games, I mean, I'd be shocked, okay? I mean, you just look at these games, all right? The first one we got this week coming up, we're playing New Orleans, okay? Now, Giants don't fare good in New Orleans. A lot of it has to do with Drew Brees, who isn't there anymore, okay? But, I mean, Drew kind of has had our number, okay? We played in New Orleans throughout the years, okay, 13 times. Right? We've only won 4 times in New Orleans, okay? So we're 4-9. We don't do too very, very good. Matter of fact, 4 out of the last 5 times the Giants played a game in New Orleans scored at least 45 points against us. I mean, one of the games was, of course, that shootout that we lost 52-49. Drew Brees had, I think, 7 touchdown passes. Eli had 5 or 6. It was what a shootout that one was, but we lost. But they put up 52 points on us. I mean, so 4 of the last 5 times the New Orleans Saints put up 45 points on us. Now, as I said, that the Superdome is going to be the lid's going to probably blow off the Superdome. I mean, the Saints have been on the road. The first game of the season, they were a home team, but they played in Jacksonville, right, because of the Superdome, because of the storm. They beat the Packers 38-3. All right, so the Saints are a little kind of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They beat the pants off the Packers. Then they went and they played Carolina and they lost there. Then they went to New England and they beat New England 28-13. So. But, I mean, they're going to be home. It's going to be loud. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be like sharks feeding in the water. I mean, once New Orleans gets ahead and they start scoring and the Giants just start making mistakes and all of that, it's just going to be like sharks in the water. The place is just going to get so loud, and Giants aren't careful, they might really get embarrassed there. So that's their first game. The next game, then they play in Dallas, who is definitely, without question, the best team so far, in the division. The Cowboys are going to put up 25-30 points, no problem against the Giants. The Giants defense ain't slowing them down. 25-30 with Dak in there, no question. Can the Giants put up enough points? That's the biggest thing, okay? And with our every week we're losing another wide receiver. Every week we're losing another offensive lineman. It's going to be pretty tough to keep up with it, scoring with anybody. The way we just keep losing guys left and right. Then we play the Rams. Okay, so the New Orleans Saints are 2-1. The Cowboys are 2-1. The Cowboys could be 3-0. They lost 31-29 the first game of the year to Tampa Bay. But if Zerline didn't miss an extra point and miss a 31-yard field goal, the Cowboys could have had 4 more points, and the Cowboys would have won that game. So the Cowboys could be 3-0 right now. Okay. Then we got the Rams coming to town. Rams are 3-0. All right. Rams just whooped up on Tampa Bay. All right. So the Rams are good. Rams got a defense and they got an offense. All right. They got a guy. Check this out. Who calls plays? Who actually calls good plays? I know, it's a crazy concept. I mean, I had a hard time believing it. The offensive coordinator, the guy calling the plays, actually is calling good plays. I mean, imagine that, huh? Wow. Huh? Then we got Carolina coming to town. Now, Carolina, their defense is good. I mean, I'm not saying they're an offensive juggernaut or nothing. I mean, that game, if things go well, if a bad thing here or there happens to Carolina, we could certainly win that game. Then we got to go on the road and play in Kansas City on Monday night. And good luck trying to win that one. Good luck trying to outscore the Kansas City Chiefs there. I don't see that happening. Then we got the Raiders coming here. Raiders will score some points. I'm not totally, high on their defense or nothing like that. That game, if things bounce the Giants' way, the Giants could win that game. Absolutely, right? Then after that, then we got to bye. Then we come back. We play Tampa Bay. And once again, good luck trying to keep up with Tom Brady, trying to outscore them, because they're going to put up some points on you no matter what. Can we score enough points? So those 7 games there, just the way the Giants are playing, we'll be lucky if we win 2 games. I mean, say for some miracle we win 3. Say we're 3-4. I don't see it happening, but if we're 3-4, all right, that would put us at 3 wins and 7 losses after 10 games. All right. The second half of the schedule is a little bit easier, okay, after Tampa Bay. The thing is, we played the Eagles twice. Now, I don't care, what you say. The Eagles have had our number. We're not beating them twice. I mean, somehow, some way, we'll find a way to lose at least one of the games to the Eagles, even if we're a better team. So, then we got to play Dallas again. All right, they're going to come here and they're going to put up a boatload of points. Can we outscore them? We're not shutting them down. That's not happening. Okay. Then we have to go out and play the Chargers. We got to try to outscore Justin Herbert. Good luck there. Okay. We play Miami. We're in Miami now. Miami. Miami. Tua is still. I'm not sold on Tua. I'm sorry, not sold on him. We got to end the season up. We're at Philly. We could certainly lose that one. We're playing at Chicago. Now, I'm not sold on Chicago. Okay. The nice thing about Chicago is this guy Mike Clay of Chicago has one of the hardest schedules, which is good, because the more games they lose, the better first-round draft pick we get. Always keep that in mind, guys, okay? Then the last game of the season, we play at home against Washington. All right, now we can certainly wind up winning that one. But, I mean, like I said, out of the next 7 games, if somehow a miracle happens, and the way we're playing, if we can somehow win 3 games out of those 7, I don't see it happening, we would be 3, all right, and 7. So, I mean, I could, I'm not going, I think if this guy figured out that we have the hardest schedule, I'm not going to argue with it, because it's not an easy schedule. I'm not going over every team. Oh, no, I think the Jets team might be harder than it. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm just showing you what he says in his article. I'll leave you a link so you can check it out if you want. But, I mean, the Giants have a hard schedule. As I said, the next 7 games are, we could possibly, I mean, the way the first 3 weeks are going, all right, if they translate over into the next 7, the Giants could be 0-10. Unbelievable. Well, at least we'll have a shot at like a top 5 draft pick. And I said, if the Bears do bad too, we might have two first-round picks in the top 10 next year, and that could certainly help us out for the next season. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!